everybody, and welcome back to Hearthstone. I am your host, Thestelos the Barbarian, or Valhalla, in the Blizzard community. And I thought it was time that we hop right back into the arena. Now, as you may notice, I only have 45 gold. Well, the thing was, I was actually itching to get booster packs, and I got a lot of them. So, I think it's time that we get back to business. And out of the three heroes that we got the Hunter, the Druid, and the Warlock. Not so good at it. Not so good at it. I'm semi-decent with the Warlock, so
shall be mine.
Let's play Gul'dan, see what we can do. So, automatically we're given a rare choice. Azrael Drake. Really good card, gets you spell damage and you get to draw a card. But, in my opinion, if I'm given a Sunwalker, to me, that's one of the best taunt cards in the whole game. Reason being, it has a Divine Shield. Basically, yes, it is a Yeti, but it's a Yeti with taunt, so there's your 5. And then, of course, it has Divine Shield, so then you add the 6 to it. Which, overall, in my opinion, makes it a better card. Secret Keeper, not that huge a fan of, so we will take the Sunwalker. Now then. We're given choice of an Earthring Farseer, restore 3 health. In some people's opinions, it's a very crappy card, but if you think about it, for 3 costs you get a 3/3 creature, instead of for 2 costs getting a 3/2 creature. And you get to restore 3 health. Then there's the very nice War Golem for 7 cost of a 7/7, or we can get a Void Walker, which is a 1 cost. I think I'm going to go with an Earthring Farseer because I do tend to rely just a bit on my hero power, which involves me taking 2 life just to draw a card. Okay, another rare. We got a Pint-Sized Summoner, which is a very decent card. It allows us to play 1 minion for 1 less. I don't know why you'd get a Cold Light Oracle in the arena. And a Mind Control Tech, if your opponent has 4, that's very situational. So, we'll go with a Pint-Sized Summoner. Now, out of all of these, you got the Silverhand Knight, which is pretty decent, because then you get a 2/2, so basically for 5, you're getting a 6/6. It's just split up. A Worgen Infiltrator, very good, but we're going to go with the Warlock card of the Blood Imp. Reason being, it's stealth just like this, but it gives my minions 1+ health. So, say, Pint-Sized Summoner, instead of being a 2/2, will be 2/3 because of this guy. Okay, another rare. So, Azrael Drake, as I said, yet again, is a really good card. Master Swordsmith, at the end of your turn, you give another random friendly minion +1 attack, is pretty good. And at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to itself, and it summons a 1/1 imp. Well, let's say if we got this to like 1/2, play Earthring Farseer, heal it up for 3. We then get a few more imps out of this. This is pretty much if you want to rush the board, but I'm trying to look at the mana curve. I think we might actually go with an Imp Master. Alrighty. So now we're given a choice of a Void Walker, which is a nice early taunt to get. You also got a Razorfin Hunter, which in my opinion sucks because you get a 2/3 for 1/1. Or you get a Flame Imp, which is a really good first play turn, but you take 3 damage to your own face. Thing is, this thing can't die to, say, a Druid as easily, but a Druid could use Claw. A Mage, a Rogue, almost everything else can't quite kill this thing. So it's a good card, so we will pick it. Now then, Soulfire, because we're just going to ignore this taunt. It's not all that great. For at least 4 mana and 3 more health, I could get a 1/7 taunt, which in my opinion lasts longer. So you get Soulfire. You can deal 4 damage, but you have to discard a card, but it costs you nothing. Then you got Drain Life, which deals 2 damage to whatever I want, and gives that 2 health to me. Sometimes I don't use this card, I believe, because I'm afraid I'm going to lose something good, but in honest opinion, it's really good removal. Ooh, now they're making it really hard. So we can deal 2 damage to a minion if it's a friendly minion. Give it a +2/2 instead. Problem being, that would die. And that would die. And no, it would die. Almost. Then it would be at 1. Then it would be at 3 health. And it would be 5/3. So it's very situational. To me, that won't help. This card is very handy, but deal 1 damage to a minion. If that kills you, draw a card. But I think we're going to go for some silence. Silence is key, and with the Iron Beak Owl, that's really quick silence that you can get. So looking at what I got at least 1 taunt, and that's about it. We might go for the Sinjin Shield Masta. Juggling mechanic, not all that great. It's just basically a Yeti, broken up. A Pocket of Pain, really good. When this minion takes damage, you get to draw a card, but we need taunt. And we're kind of lacking in the forecasts. Now then, Knife Juggler, awesome card. Along with the Gadgetin Auctioneer, really good. And I don't know why you get an Ancient Watcher unless you would use your own Flippin' Owl or someone silences it, which, why they would, I don't know why. To get this to be an attack card. So, we'll go with the Knife Juggler. Stranglethorn Tiger, really great card. It's stealth with 5/5, so you got that way in the wings. On the other hand, here's like a Chillwind Yeti for 2 more mana, but you get Wind Fury, so it gets to attack twice. Or we can get a Summoning Portal, and when my minions will start to cost 2 less, but none less than 1. Problem is trying to keep this thing alive. I'm thinking we'll go with the Stranglethorn Tiger. Okay, Dread Corsair, in all honest opinion, we don't get weapons, so he's very useless. Don't think we'll need more than 1 silence. I think we need couple more spells, so we'll go with Immortal Coil. Opportunity at a second Blood Imp is very... I'm drawn to it. Ironfur Grizzly, though, is a good taunt. Not many people really care for the Silver Moon Guardian, but I actually do. Reason being, yes, for 4. And granted, yeah, if you look at 3, I get a 3/3 with taunt. But, think of it this way. For 4, I get a 3/3, but it has a Divine Shield, which means it automatically gets 3 attack and won't die so easily. But, I think we'll go for another Blood Imp, because we are a Warlock, we're into demons. And plus, it will then bring, say, this up to a 3/4. We'll bring my minions up. Now, still don't have enough demons, in my opinion, that will survive that. Yarabashi Berserker, though, really great card. Tauren Warrior normally dies easily, so we'll go through Berserker. Now then, Succubus, really great card for a second turn, but you would kind of want to make sure that your hand is empty because you have to discard a card. Use a Sergeant, good card, but only gives a minion to attack this turn, and is very easy to kill afterwards. Now, since demons, I believe, will actually help pull out our demons that we got, because we only got the 3, basically. So we will grab that, because Imp Master is not a demon. Now, here we go again, given this choice, everybody. The choice of what do we honestly want to use. Not so great, I got one of these, and I don't want to risk losing another card. This card at least is more or less guaranteed to give me 3 attack. Now then, this card can be a real pain. It's a great taunt, but I think if we go with the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, mixed in with 2, like, say, Blood Imps, it's at 5 health, and it can only keep going up and attack. Now then, we're at 17 out of 30 cards. Looking at the mana curve, it's a bit weird. We don't have really hardly any endgame huge punch, which is a bit worrying. Now, Acidic Swamp Ooze is an awesome card. She won't really come in handy, and he won't come in handy, so we'll go for the Swamp Ooze, because then we can destroy a weapon our opponent plays. Now, here's some of the late game punch I'm talking about. Don't know why you would get that, because you know if you're going to get Murlocs. Great card, it has served me well in some matches, but we need some later game punchy. Now then, right now, Total Biscuit, as I've watched, is using a rogue deck and is using a wild pyromancer. I'm intrigued by it. Thing is, that deal 1 damage to all minions. Basically, you can only get like 2 uses out of the thing. Don't know why you would get this. You don't know if you're going to get Murlocs. And then a Siphon Soul, destroy a minion, and restore 3 health to yourself. Well, looking at the mana curve, I'm going to have to say we're going to have to go with the Wild Pyromancer ourselves. Now then, we're really still lacking some taunt. So I think we'll grab ourselves a Grizzly. We got one of those. That will die easily, so we'll grab that. Now then, here we are talking about that late game punch. I've seen Total Biscuit use the Ventrico Mercenary to great effect. Yet again, that will die too easily. Nightblade, yeah, you get 3 damage to the enemy hero for 5 mana, and you get a 4/4. Whereas for the exact same 5 mana, granted all my mains will start costing 3 more, but you get a 7/6, and that's kind of hard to deal at 5 mana. I want that late game punch. Now here we go. Hellfire. This, yes, deals 3 damage to everything, but can be very helpful in the end. Alrighty. Crazed Alchemist, not quite a huge fan of. Swap the attack and health of a minion. Siphon Soul, yet again, 6 mana, you get to destroy a minion, just heal yourself for 3. Whereas I got an Earthring Farseer for 3, for basically half that cost. I don't get to destroy a minion, but I get 3 health. Whereas, we look at the Demolisher. If I can get it behind a wall of taunt at the start of my turn, deals 2 damage to a random enemy. That can come in handy. So, looking at this, looking at the curve, I think we might need some little later game. Now, Total Biscuit might not quite be a fan of the Rocketeer, as I am, because this card has actually saved me before. And it's a bit stronger than your Wolf Rider, but it still dies as easily as the Wolf Rider. Whereas with this, for a turn 2 move, you get a 2/1 and a 1/1, or you could just charge at the opponent. This charges, and it can help get rid of some bigger, nastier stuff. Now then, we already got 1 Sense Demons, and we don't got that much, so we're more likely guaranteed to get a Blood Imp. Could go for a second Flesh-Eating Ghoul, or we could go for a Succubus. I think we might go for the Succubus because we might want to get that later game punch. Now then, Shadow Bolt, deal 4 damage to a minion. I don't know why you would get it, but let's look at the options here. We can get a Raid Leader to increase everything's attack by 1, or we can get a Void Walker for the taunt. Then we'll go for the removal of the Shadow Bolt. Now then, all these are 4 costs. I don't know why anyone would skip a Chill One Yeti. It is a very good card. Does not die to any priest, period. Whereas the Shield Master would, and so the Stormwind Knight. So we're going to go for the Yeti. I don't know why you wouldn't get a Warlord either. Gains 1/1 for every other friendly minion on my side of the board. Yet again, in my Warlock deck I use, I do have a War Golem. Because it's a nice sturdy 7/7 for that late game. But he can help with this late game. Now then, getting a second Demolisher might come in handy. But at the same time, for 3, I get a 4/3. Because he will deal 4 damage to himself. Granted, there's really no way to heal him. Except with Earthring Farseer, but I don't want to put too much faith in trying to just draw this 1 card to do anything, basically. Swap the attack and health, so we'll go with another Demolisher. And there you have it, folks. Not quite that great of a deck in my opinion, but we're going to give it a try and see where we can go with this. So please, stay tuned. And by staying tuned, I mean watch me try and use this deck, which doesn't quite have that great of a late game punch. But we have a good decent source, I believe, of removal, and cards that we might be able to combine with each other to keep the pressure on the opponent. So, why don't we hop on in, let the elevator music play, and see if we can't try and get our first win with this Warlock deck. I really want to win this. Everybody, I mean really bad. So we got ourselves our first opponent. Really need more or less the gold than I do, say, a booster pack, but the booster pack is always helpful. Mana Dust really helpful because I spent that to get another Pyro Blast.
Versus Malfurion.
A Druid by the name of Angry Beaver. Okay, and we're going second, which is good. Blood Imp, first turn, is the best choice. We won't need you. I think we won't be needing Soulfire so soon. Don't believe a Druid would summon a 4-cost anytime soon. And at least we got a taunt that we can use. And turn 2, we can summon a Imp Master, which will get extra health. So, we'll say hello. Fleshing Ghoul, so yeah, you play the Blood Imp.
Do I have to?
Then you go turn 2, Imp Master, turn 3, Fleshing Ghoul, because that will have an Imp, and the Imps are susceptible to dying. So now, he's going to be able to summon things at a cheaper pace. As for me, I'm going to stick with this plan.
I am not a morning person.
So now that's at 1-6, and my Imps are now at 1-2. So as you see, my Imp Master gets to survive a bit longer, and as do my Imps. Now if they don't kill my Imps, I can then play my Flesh Eating Ghoul and start dealing some really bad damage. Now granted, they can play a 4-cost for 3 mana though. So that is a bit worrying. But we gotta think of our options still. If we play the Flesh Eating Ghoul, yeah, if the Imp is to die, we get that card to increase itself. Yet again, if we play a taunt, we can defend all this. In a sense, the choice is ours. So, gonna grab 2 mana crystals for this turn only. There's a 4-cost and there's the swipe. Well played. See, and that's why you don't put too much faith in that. But we're going to say play the Ghoul because the Ghoul will still get stronger from this. It will be a 3-3, and I want to see him try and deal with that. So 3-3 Flesh Eating Ghoul, please. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 4-4. I forgot because his cards also count as well. So now I got a 4-3 on the field. 3 damage. You are a son of a gun. Then he's going to hit me for 1 while putting on armor. I believe it is time that we play our Silver Moon Guardian because he can't kill it right away. It's a taunt, but it's not a taunt. So let's see him deal with that.
Silver Moon shall not fall.
I got a free 3 damage I can use basically. Unless he can somehow pop the bubble without taking damage himself.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Okay. We can Shadow Bolt that to remove it. And then we'll be left with only 2 mana, which then I think we would life tap. So, Shadow Bolt, life tap,
Remember, kill Thestelos.
and we'll deal 2 damage to him, and we still get to keep the bubble on. Now next turn we'll be at 6 mana. I think we'll play our taunt and then our Demolisher. So that way we can start dealing free damage to that thing. 2 of those, not really afraid of. I could actually play Hellfire instead to deal 3 damage to everything and my guy would still live. And then, I would have to then life tap yet again. But it is the better choice. It removes these big nasty stealth creatures and my guy still lives. So, little Hellfire,
Remember, kill Thestelos.
punch him in the face. Do I dare play it? I don't think so. We will just life tap 1 more, and we got Soulfire. Good. So, we might be able to pull this around. We're only 1 health down. We got more cards than him. Gadgetson Auctioneer, good card. He's going to then come and try and hit me. Okay. Okay. Got no problem with that. I think it's now time that we actually pull this off. So, you have to go through my Grizzly, but at the same time try and get through a Demolisher. And then I could then play, say, a Flame Up, which I will take 3 damage, but I then get that 3-2 on the field.
Remember, kill Thestelos.
We'll hit him, And then we'll end our turn. So I technically got board dominance, and I got card dominance. As for health, he's only 3 above. Which, as a druid, I call them priests on steroids because they can heal themselves and yet still punch you in the face. They're quite irritating that way. And there's that big nasty taunt I'm talking about. So you have to go through that. Hopefully the Demolisher will then finish it off, which would be very wonderful. And then I think we'll play our Frostwolf Warlord to get that huge bonus of creatures. And then we'll play Soulfire to hit that tree, and then we'll try and take it out. So that's what I was wanting. Demolisher does not hit quite what I want, but at least it weakens the thing. So Druids aren't quite well known for their weapons, as it is. And I could actually play 2 of my better cards. Which, first off, if we're going to do this, oh no I can't. I need 9 mana. But
So many
no problem there. We can still do this. Druids don't really quite have weapons, so we then play a 6 Swamp Ooze. I play a Warlord, buffs him up. I now have an 8/8, and then we're going to then use a. Well, we're going to use that card. We get rid of the Succubus. That's now at a 2/2 position, and now I'll get rid of the Imp.
Remember, kill Thestelos.
We'll sacrifice this and hit him in the face. So now we got an 8/8 creature on the board, and he has to deal with that. And that is quite not as easy, but it looks like he has something. Silence. The one thing that this deck seems to always happen to it. And then he's going to do 5 damage to kill it. Oh, it's everything! Well, that is full of crap. Hits him in the face. Alright. If you want to play rough, I can play rough.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Ignore the phone in the background. Looks like someone's trying to call us. Sorry about that, everybody, but the phone did ring and stuff like that will happen. Now then, do we take the initiative? I think we do. Because now we'll bring him to 10 health. And now he has to think, do I get rid of the Warlord, do I get rid of the Demolisher, or do I go straight for him? He has to think, what is more important to kill?
Shall not fall.
See, they have a Guardian. Guardian is a good card. He's just burning his whole hand out.
Magic shall not save.
Another silence, you son of a gun! Lucky bastard. Lucky bastard. Still, that's 10 damage, and if I can do one more, we'll be good. Alright, Sense Demons. Only one demon in the whole deck I can get. And it looks like I got a free one, a Worthless Imp. You're out of demons, at least there are always imps. Okay, ha ha. I think now is the time. Let's see, that's 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Let's life tap. Not really useful, but we will play Ichiowan Yeti nonetheless to scare the crap out of him. And then we'll play a Blood Imp. Because now he just can't kill things so easily. So unless he can play a taunt, my Blood Imp is going to end this match. Period. Because he does not have enough to kill my Yeti. Unless he is still willing to sacrifice 2 of his creatures. Which then still leaves 2 of my bigger creatures on the board. Which I'm forgetting that thing does have a Divine Shield, but he needs to think. Can I survive this one turn? I think he can. He's got something, and it's probably Claws? No. So restores 5 health. Very well played. He survives yet again another day.
Well played.
But I'm not done. Punch him in the face. Takes him down to 3, and while we're at it, why don't we then burn our hand? So we're going to give him a choice. He can only deal 8, about 9 damage to us, and we will still be alive. Unless he plays a stupid star thingy. I think we have him. I think I have one Druid.
I'll put it on your tab.
Oh, he's gonna replay it, gonna get the health back, but he's still dead nonetheless, so...
Well played.
Well played. He's gonna kill himself. And there you have it, folks. We won our first match, not quite as I would have wanted. But at least we beat a druid, and that is always the important factor in my opinion. The druid. Always, 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 always. And we got 1 out of 3 victories. We get our first big key, and now I think it's time that we continue on our quest for power to be Lord of the Arena, as TB says. Let's continue on, shall we? I think we need to just keep trudging along with our Warlock deck. So I used my Soulfire, which came in handy. It did discard, luckily enough, my Succubus. And it's nice to know that even if we run out of teams, we get a crappy 1/1 imp for free, basically.
Gul'dan versus Jane.
Alright, a mage by the name of Jade Dragon.
Your soul shall be mine.
We're going first, and our hand's not quite as good. We'll get rid of these two. Keep our bear, because at least we'll have a turn 3 taunt that we can do. Knife Juggler, awesome to do. We will say hello.
I greet you.
There's our Venture Co. So, really happy with that.
Hello.
Can you play anything? Do you want to waste your coin is the question. Since I do play a mage deck for trying to rank up, I do know what a mage is capable of, since nothing there. Now, this thing is susceptible to a Frostbolt, but
Job done.
that'll be a nice little removal card taken care of from them. You have to think of possibilities between this. Fairy Dragon, not bad. Sad to say, I play my taunt, you can't get through it. And then it also deals 1 damage to whatever it wants to. So, Grizzly, knife, right into the Fairy Dragon. Punch her in the face because the Fairy Dragon's gonna then die anyways to the Grizzly. Unless they play the coin and do a Polymorph to get rid of the Grizzly or the Knife Juggler. Now granted they could play a Frostbolt. There's the Frostbolt. Then they're gonna sacrifice the Fairy Dragon for the Knife Juggler, which is the better play. But now I can play a Chillwind Yeti, which is the better play.
Job's done.
Now looking at this, maybe next turn I would play the Blood Imp, and then turn 6 play Venture Co. So that way then the Blood Imp doesn't cost me 4 to play a 1/1. There's the Polymorph. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking that we play a Demolisher, then our 2 Blood Imps, which is going to spice things up big time. So, that, and that. Now look at how strong our Venture Co will be. A 7/8. I would love to try and see a mage deal with a 7/8. You would have to use a Pyroblast basically to try and eliminate the thing. There's the ring. Going for a 6 cost. Blizzard. Well played, but you just used a big card removal. My Demolisher's still on the board, still hits you in the face for 2. This match is not over. Second Demolisher possibility, along with the Sense Demons. Well, let's Sense Demons. Flame Imp and our Succubus. That's all our demons in our hand, but I'm thinking we'll then play a second Demolisher. So that's at least 4 damage potential right in the face, basically, due to the Demolisher. In a sense, I got 7 damage on my board. And they do not have Flame Strike capabilities yet. So next turn I play my Venture Co. Get that huge punch in the face.
Speak to me.
Not afraid of an Acolyte, but it is the best move they could do. Get rid of the sheep. Alrighty, it's time to spice things up. Oh, so unlucky for them. That just hit him right in the face. Here's what we do first, though. I'm going to use the owl to silence him. So now he's just basically a 1/3. Here comes Venture Co.
You gotta be kidding me!
Then, punchy in the face and another punchy to the face. So now they're at a 7-6, my creature's at 7-6. What can you do, Mage? What can you do, Jade Dragon? Flame Strike will not kill my Mercenary. And as you see, my Flame Up and my Succubus cost 3 more than what they used to. Sea Giant, really well played, but I can kill it if I need to. And forcing me to go into a taunting situation. Good. Good. It's now at 6, that makes it easier to take care of. And we can actually do this with the Rocketeer almost. That sucks. What can I do? Gonna life tap. Not really the best card. Looks like Ventrico's kind of screwed me up, folks. What I can do, since it's gonna die anyways, let's punch that in the face. They can hit me for 8. No problem. Or they'll take out Ventrico and then my stuff starts costing me less. Still not susceptible to a Flame Strike. So they're thinking of, okay, let's get rid of a Demolisher, maybe get rid of the Demolishers because they are a pain. Unfortunately for them, very bad move. Because I can get rid of that thing. They could do that, and then they can ping my one guy with their hero ability. Sad to say, it's time for them to learn what pain truly is. Come on forth, Reckless Rocketeer. So then, basically they're going to help clear my board. They got more cards than me, which sucks, but see, they have to clear the board. Now my minions cost me less once more, and it's going to start getting very interesting. They are in fear to be pulling stunts like this. So I think it's time that we show them why they should always be in fear.
Silvermoon shall not fall.
Life tap. Soul Fire. This is what I was hoping for. You go bye-bye. And we get rid of the Succubus. Awesome, awesome. And we will also play a Pint-Sized Summoner. Now granted, everything is susceptible to a Flame Strike, but we gotta trudge along because I can kill this taunt. They're gonna pop the bubble. Don't know why you wouldn't want to pop the bubble. Flame Strike can now kill everything. There's that.
Truth is my shield.
That is the best taunt in the whole game. Alrighty. Ha! What do you know? I just drew my own. Have fun with it.
Truth is my shield.
Now then, I need to burst that bubble big time. We'll life tap. Berserker's not really that helpful.
Remember, Thestelos.
Problem. That could pop the bubble, then his... Still, no, his could kill mine. Really big situation I'm put in. Because, in a sense, his creature will still be alive, so it's gonna suck either way. Play a Flame Imp. I don't think we're gonna win this round, at least. We still might. It is up to debate.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Okay. Your spells will cost less. Here comes the Bubble Burst. And then here comes the Massacre. This is the bullcrap I'm talking about. And then they play a secret. So it's not that very useful of a secret because they just played it. So they're hoping that it's going to succeed in something. Just what I needed. First off. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's get rid of his creatures. You die. Karabashi Berserker. Let's hope that's not a mere entity, and it is not. One more life tap, and that should be it. Mortal Coil, good card. Nice little removal that I got. Granted, it only deals 1 damage, but that 1 damage could mean anything.
You call that a whip?
Do you want to hit my guy? No, you don't? Of course you don't. No one wants to. It'd be suicide to do so. Now then, let's start trying to get things a bit more interesting. Five. I can play everything. We'll hold on to that, actually. And we'll play this instead.
Stand ready.
Should be a 6/6. Let's get the Berserker angry. Which now, my flesh-eating ghoul is a bit tougher. And either is a Vaporize, an Ice Block, or a Ice Barrier. So you want to just hit me in the face. Do you got a Pyroblast? Yes you do, because you are a flippin' mage. Well played, you butthole. I should have won that. I could have won it, but they had to play that cheap card. So, very disappointing in that cheap display. Complained because my mage deck has 2 of those, and I have a way of increasing those to deal 15 damage instead of just 10. So believe it or not, 2 Pyroblasts at 15 damage is pretty much the whole game. So 1 win, 1 loss. It always seems to happen to me. I never seem to be able to get past 3 wins. Or even now it's hardly getting to where I can't even get to 3 wins. So join me next time as we're going to continue down the path of Lord of the Arena to see if we can't try and get further up instead of getting these 3 stupid losses. So, I've been your host, Thestelos the Barbarian, also known as Valhalla. Until next time, I bid you all a good day.